Hey, good morning. Welcome. This is a KLN Makeup Minute, and I'm super excited about this one because I have a brand new, exclusive, only available in January product to show you at the end of this tutorial, so you do not want to miss it. So, we're going to get started. I'm going to share with you what I'm crushing on right now, and we're going to talk about Jane. You all know her. You know who Jane is, okay? I'm going to tell you who she is in just a second. My name is Kara Lewis Newton, and I'm a top leader in my industry. You're tuning into this KLN Makeup Minute. This is a live makeup tutorial on my wall. If you're here live, let me know you're here. You'll know because there's a little red live button right there. But if not, that means you're watching the replay, and I love my replay watchers, so just hashtag replay for me so I can say hi to you. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. Make sure you let me know I'm new here so that I can at least say hi and welcome you. I promise that's all I'll do. You can feel free to share this video if you think it's valuable or if you just like some of the tips and tricks you learned in it. If another unique presenter shares this video, you can always go back to her and she can help you with these products. So how many of you were able to watch the Ageless series that I just did on my wall this week? On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we focused all on just some tips, tricks, tutorials on how to achieve a more youthful, younger appearance. Did any of you get to watch that? Hopefully you did. If not, you can just scroll back through my wall and watch the replay of all the tutorials that we did. You can also click the follow button on my page, and that way you won't miss anything. Good morning. Okay, so I started out with the eye primer on my eyes. I love this product. It's in my top 5 favorite products. It seriously will change your eye makeup game, okay? Now, I've already done my face makeup, so we're just focusing on an eye look and a lip look today that I'm really excited about. Now, let's talk about Jane. Who's Jane anyway, and why does she get such a bad rap? Well, I'm talking about plain Jane. You all know her, right? We've referred to people as, well, she's just a plain Jane. Well, I want to kind of change the stigma that's attached to poor old Jane, okay? Right? Do I have any Janes watching? I want to show you my plain Jane palette. And I promise you, wearing this is anything less than plain, but it is for my ladies that like a more simple look, okay? So this is just a really simple, isn't that beautiful, soft, plain Jane palette. So we've got Discreet, Nimble, Nonsensical, and Optimistic. And I'm going to tell you, you can switch this color out for something else, and I'll tell you what you can do with that in just a second. So we're going to do a plain Jane eye, and Jane is one of our action words. So if you've never tuned in before, let me explain what an action word is. All you have to do is type that word in the comments, and then I'll send you a quick message, and we can chit-chat about what it is that you're interested in. So today's action word is Jane. So if you're interested in this plain Jane palette, I'll send you a quick message and we can chat about this customizable palette. So if there's a color in here you want to switch out, we can do that too. But I love the plain Jane palette. And we're going to take away all of that negative stigma that's attached to poor Jane, right? All right, so we're taking Nimble and we're just going to dot it right here in the outer corner. And take like circular windshield wiper motions across the eye. All right. My kids were on a 2-hour delay today. Anybody else have kids that were on a delay? They were so happy. Unfortunately, we found out last night before we all had to be woken up early. So everybody got to sleep in. I kind of love 2-hour delays. It gets me off to a later start, but yeah, it was kind of nice. Okay, so that's our transition color, Nimble. You could seriously stop right there, right? That's just super pretty all on its own. Nimble's a great color. Love it. You know what? I want to just be sure that I'm actually using Nimble. So, and this is a great way to show you. So we have these little palettes that are customizable. I'm using a bobby pin to push it out. Yes, it is Nimble. Just making sure. And then they're magnetic, so then they stick in there. They won't come out, they travel great. They're fabulous, I love them. So I'm also using the blending brush. And like I said, we're just doing a windshield wiper motion for this plain Jane look. you definitely want to get your blending in. So the blending brush is a great choice for you. We just blended it out. Isn't that really pretty? There's no Plain Jane here. Plain Jane, she knows what's going on. All right, hopefully I have all of my brushes down here that I need. I'm trying to create two makeup stations, like a full makeup station in my office and then a full makeup station in my bathroom. So I'm working on that right now. So I'm using my liner shader brush. I'm gonna use the shader side. And we're gonna use the color Discreet. Discreet is it's just that, it's discreet. It's got a little bit of some pink undertones in it, so I really love that. I just put it on my eye. And remember, we're going to press it on across the eyelid. This is just going to keep the eye bright and open because this is a really light color. Okay? Anyone can do that. Anyone can do this. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Plain Jane palette. We're trying to bring back some positivity to Plain Jane because this is a gorgeous palette. So if you're interested in the Plain Jane palette, Jane is our action word, and you just have to type the word Jane into the comments and I'll send you a quick message and we can get this palette shipped out to you today. Okay, then you want to go back in with the blending. Just blend out that edge. And you could just stop there. What do you think? Really pretty. I want to make sure that I'm even on both eyes. Yeah, looks good. I'll get closer for you so you can see. So we've got Discreet on the lid and then Nimble in the transition position, which is just that color that's going to transition your eyelid to your brows. It just softens it for you. So then we're going to take the crease brush and we're going to use the color Nonsensical. Okay, dip it in there. Come into this outer corner here. And notice I'm only doing about the last quarter of my eye. So I'm not going all the way across. I'm just keeping it really simple right there in that outer corner. And I'm creating a little bit of a V. Okay. How many of you are snowed in right now? Or a lot of you snowed in? I know that my family in Jersey is snowed in. I have my grandparents and aunts and uncles and cousins, they all live down at the Jersey Shore. And so they're really snowed in right now. We're just blending. There's no real like major technique here. You're just kind of blending it so that there's no harsh lines. And if you want to go back in and lighten it up even more, like maybe you decided, oh, that's a little too dark, you can go back in with the Discreet. I like to go back in with the light color and just kind of hit the top of my eyeball right there. It just kind of gives the appearance of a bigger eye. And that's it as far as the crux, is that the word, crux of your application? Okay, but then so that's 3 colors, okay, in the Plain Jane palette, all right? If you want the Jane palette, just comment Jane below. So we did Discreet on the eyelid, Nimble in the transition, and Nonsensical in the crease, okay? Now, we have this color right here, which you could totally switch out for our Legendary, which is black, and then use that as your liner, and you'd have your whole palette just right there. Or you could use Optimistic, which is like a highlight. So I'm gonna show you what to do with the highlight. So Optimistic is very shimmery, kind of tell. It's like a buttery white. And so we're gonna take that and just add a little bit to the inner corner here. That's just gonna brighten up that inner corner, give you a little bit of pizzazz in your Plain Jane. You can also take it under the brow bone here, just to lighten it up a bit. Okay, and see how that just pulls it out? It just creates a higher arch with your brow, also giving the illusion of kind of bigger eyes. And then I just always like to go back and blend it all out. And then you could also, if you wanted, you could use Optimistic in place of Discreet if you're kind of dressing up. If you're a plain Jane that's dressing up for the day, right? Okay, let's finish this eye look out, and then I'm going to show you my favorite new crush, okay? So we're going to use the color Nimble again and go under the eye. And this would be optional. You wouldn't have to go under the eye. To be honest with you, I usually pull it under the eye because it hides my fine lines. Just blend it out. You can take the Nonsensical again, the darker color, and just take that outer corner. Blend it in. All right, now let's add some liner. So I'm just going to use the Perfect black liner. And I'm keeping it really close to the lash line. And I want to keep it soft for Jane, so I'm going to take the liner side of my liner shader brush and just kind of smudge it a little bit. That way it's not quite as harsh. What do you think? Now you could definitely go with the color Proper, which is like a chocolate brown. That would be really pretty with this. I'm going to be taking some photos in a black shirt later, so I thought I'd go with the black liner. Softening that up. All right, now let's add just a little bit of the Epic mascara. This is our One Step Sensational Amazing mascara. We talked about that this week in our Ageless series. I talked about how to get longer, fuller lashes with our Esteem and our other lash products. All right. Okay, now we're going to just hit the bottom of my lashes. And our eyes are done. This is our, I feel like we need to blend right there a little bit. This is our plain Jane palette, okay? Here she is. So we did Discreet, Nimble, Nonsensical, and Optimistic, but you could always switch that out for a liner color. And I don't think there's anything plain about this Jane. We need to give her a positive, right? A positive vibe again. So if you're interested in the plain Jane palette, all you have to do is comment Jane, and I'll send you a quick message. We can get that on its way. Now, I promised you my latest crush. Are you ready? So yesterday in the mail, I got Crush. Ladies, this is the newest trend-setting crazy product. You're not even gonna believe it. I was like, no way, there's no way that's gonna work. Okay, so it is a lipstick, but it is, okay, so you know how our Splurge Cream shadows go on as a cream and turn to a powder? So switch this around. So for our Crush lipsticks, they go on as a powder and turn to a cream. Are you ready to see it in action? So we have Captivating, okay? It comes in a package of 3. You can only get it this month, and it's in our Kudos, okay? You get all three of them, and you get a berry, which is captivating, okay? And these are the three colors that I suggest everyone have anyway. So a berry, a red, this is curvaceous, okay? And don't worry, I'm gonna take pictures in all three of them. And then we've got casual, and this is a more like mauve, pinky color. So if you have the liner pouty, kind of think along those lines. And that's the liner I would suggest if you wanted to get a liner to get, and you could wear it with all three, okay? But I'm gonna show it to you without the liner. I already exfoliated my lips, all right? I also suggest if you're someone that really likes to move your lips around, you can top it with a bonbon or a gloss, or if you like just that really sheer light feeling on your lips with nothing, you're gonna love this. So it's similar, it's very sheer like a stain, but feels very much like our splash. Okay, so it comes in this cute little container, kind of like a nail polish, right? You twist it up. Now, I wouldn't suggest necessarily doing this in your car during traffic, okay? Think of this like painting your nails, okay? You wouldn't do this while driving. I don't suggest doing your makeup ever while driving, but definitely don't do this, okay? So you pull it out. It's definitely a powder in there, and it's got like a little like stopper thing to keep the powder from coming out. And this is your, it's like a little, isn't it so cute? It's tiny little lipstick. All right, so I'm gonna show you. What I like to do is start in the center, okay? And kind of work it and go light, go slow and go light. This is a buildable product just like so many of our other products. So start out light. If you're like, oh, I think I'd like a little bit more, you can add more, okay? But I'm gonna start out really light, and this is the color Casual, all right? And I'm gonna kind of pull my lips taut a little bit, okay? Look at that, it's a cream now. It just took a few swipes and now it's a cream. Is that incredible? It's like magic. I seriously no idea how they made this, no idea. All right, what do you think? Now don't smudge your lips around, but I suggest that with any product that we have, right? Just press them, and then you can do the top. Now notice I have not put this back in yet, okay? All right, so what does it feel like? Nothing. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my lips. So I think that's the biggest difference between like this and the splash, because it's got a very similar spinach. It's got a very similar spinach. It's got a very similar finish to our splash, which is a matte look, okay? A matte means that there is no shimmer or shine to it. It's one-dimensional. So for my matte lipstick lovers, you're going to love this because it's really thin. And more often than not, when you have a matte lipstick, it tends to be a little bit thicker. This is not at all. It's very, very thin, very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my lips at all. Now, it's not bleeding at all. And the more you mess with it, the richer and deeper it gets. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That's some legit color right there. So why would you want this over a different lipstick? Okay, so as opposed to regular traditional lipstick, this is going to be matte, where most regular traditional lipsticks aren't completely matte, and there's definitely a high transfer rate with regular traditional lipsticks. This is going to have a much less transfer when you drink. It's going to have some, but not like our Splash. It's going to have some, but not a lot. So it's going to last you through eating, through drinking. You will. So if you kiss your husband's face, he's going to get some on him. Okay, but but it's so heavily pigmented that you're going to keep this color for hours. In fact, when I washed it off, it took a little bit to get it off. Okay. It's very thin, so you're not gonna, those of you that don't like the feel of anything on your lips, you'll really enjoy this. So it's kind of like a stain in that sense. It doesn't really feel like you have anything. When you move your lips around, it reactivates it again, so it keeps it creamy. And like I said, I think the closest product that it's to would be like our Splash Liquid Lipstick, except the transfer is going to be a little bit less, and it's going to feel much, much lighter on your lips. So what I love about it is how rich the color is. Isn't that amazing? So if you're interested in these three little babies, if you're a trendsetter, if you're a risk taker, if you love your lip products, just comment below Crush and I'll get that out to you today. That's the name of this product, Crush. Now, also, since it's really super dry out, like my whole face wants to crack off, I get this question a lot. Can you put anything on top of it? You absolutely can. You can top it with a bonbon, with a gloss, with chapstick, whatever it is, you know, that you're interested. So I'm going to show you. I topped it with a bonbon. It gave it a little bit of sheen, added some moisture, didn't change the texture or the feeling of it on my lips at all. I absolutely love it. So I definitely recommend my new Crush, which is the Crush Powder to Cream Lipstick. So recap, action words were Jane and Crush. Jane is for this plain Jane palette that we did on my eyes, which is nothing, there's nothing plain about this Jane, right? And the second action word is Crush, and that is for the new powder to liquid lipstick that I'm wearing right now, and it comes with 3 colors. Stay tuned for the rest of today because I'll be posting more pictures with all of the colors so that you can kind of see what it looks like. So have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment below with the action words, and please let me know if you're new here. Thanks for tuning in to this KLN Makeup Minute.